Hi, Otto here for Bavarian Autosport. In today's video, we're going to be replacing the inner door handle assembly on an E53 BMW X5. This would be the models 2000 through 2006. Now, in replacing that handle assembly, we'll be touching some other parts and using some specialty tools. Now, the vapor barrier here that's on the inside of the door might need to be replaced. If it's ripped or damaged, we'll want to replace it. This is the adhesive for the vapor barrier if we do replace it. And then we have a couple specialty tools. We have the non-marring pry tools to remove the inner door panel as well as the outer door handle, and our Torx bits for removing the inner door panel. With that, let's go ahead and get to the work. And remember, all of these parts and tools are available at bavauto.com. In order to access and replace the inner door handle assembly, we first must remove the inner door trim panel. The panel is secured by 4 screws, 2 under the upper trim insert, 1 behind the airbag label, and 1 down under the armrest. First, we'll remove the trim insert using a non-marring pry tool. This tool is available in the kit from bavauto.com. Gently pry the insert out, starting at the rear. The trim insert is secured via these male pins and the female grommets. Remove the 2 Torx head screws. These are T20 Use the non-marring pry tool to remove the airbag label to expose the 3rd screw. Now remove the 4th screw. Remove the window switch console by prying it up and out using the non-marring pry tool. Before disconnecting the switch console, assure that the window is in the full up position. Disconnect the 3 harness plugs. The 2 smaller plugs have locking tabs that must be depressed, and then the release lever can be pushed over to release the plug from the switch console. The lock bar on the larger plug is pried outward to release the plug from the console assembly. The inner door trim panel is now ready for removal. The panel is secured by a number of push clips around the perimeter. These clips are common to most door panel applications. Use the larger non-marring pry tool to release the door panel clips. Start at the top of the panel, insert the tool between the door and the panel, and slide it up or down to determine a clip location. Pry outward at each clip location, popping the clips free from the door. The upper edge of the panel is secured along the top edge by steel spring clips that insert into the trim panel. Use the non-marring pry tool to pry the upper edge of the panel away from the top of the door. Lift the panel over the lock knob. Note the steel spring clips. We now release the inner door pull cable from the back side of the door pull assembly. Pull the rearward lip of the cable securing clamp outward to release the clamp and the cable. Remove the illumination bulb from the door handle illumination socket. Twist the bulb and pull it out of the socket. Finally, remove the lower illumination light lens assembly and remove the harness plug from the lens assembly. Note the centering steel spring clip that secures to the plastic female receiver in the middle of the panel. Here's a better look at the top edge spring clips and the female receiver slots in the upper edge of the panel. And these are the plastic perimeter clips. It's likely that you will find a few of the clips are broken. We recommend purchasing a few extra clips when you purchase the new door handle assembly, or any time that the door panel is removed, such as when replacing a window regulator. To access the door handle assembly, the airbag must be removed. Note that the recommended practice is to disconnect the battery negative cable and wait a couple of minutes before working with the airbag. Remove the 3 airbag mounting bolts. Release the harness plug by prying the locking clip upward and prying the plug housing out of the actuator. Set the airbag safely away from the work area. We can now partially remove the vapor barrier. The vapor barrier is secured by a very sticky, soft adhesive. We cannot just pull the barrier from the adhesive. In order to prevent damage to the barrier, we'll use a fresh blade in a razor knife to cut the adhesive. Gently pull the barrier as you cut through the adhesive. Work slowly and carefully until the upper rear corner of the vapor barrier is free. Remove the access cover for the outer door lock cylinder securing screw. We'll use our non-marring pry tools. The access cover is a 2-part assembly. Pry out the plug, and now pry out the plastic surround ring. Remove the door lock cylinder and trim cover securing screw using a long 4mm Allen tool. We like to use a ball end, long T-handle tool. Looking at the new door handle assembly, you can see the location of the securing screw. Once the screw is fully loosened, use needle nose pliers to pull it from the door to prevent dropping it down inside the door. Here's another view of the new handle assembly and the securing screw. We're now ready to remove the lock cylinder and trim cover assembly. Use the non-marring pry tool to loosen and remove the lock cylinder and trim cover. Remove the 8mm nut that secures the pull handle to the inner handle assembly pull tab. Here's a view of the pull tab on the new inner handle assembly. Use the non-marring pry tool to hold the handle and the pull tab in the outward position, as if you were pulling the door handle open. Gently push the outer handle forward and down to move the mounting stud out of the slot in the pull tab. Once the mounting stud on the outer handle is released from the pull tab, rotate the outer handle downward and pull it out of the inner handle frame assembly. Remove the 2 gaskets. Note that this would be a good time to replace the gaskets if they're hardened or cracking. The gaskets can be ordered from bavauto.com when you order the new inner handle assembly. Remove the inner handle assembly forward mounting screw. Here we're looking inside the door, through the access that we exposed when the vapor barrier was pulled back. We need to release the inner door handle pull cable at the mounting clip and the ball clip. Here's a view of the cable, mounting clip, and ball clip on the new handle assembly. We'll use our pry tool as a puller to pull the ball clip from the ball stud, and then we can grasp the cable above and below the mounting clip and pull the clip from the mounting point. Once the cable is free, the handle assembly is ready to be removed. Pull the handle assembly forward and then angle the front down at 90 degrees, pulling the assembly downward. Once it's free, pull the handle assembly from the door. Remember, pull slightly forward, then rotate the front down and move the handle assembly downward. Install the new handle assembly into the door in the reverse of how the old one was removed. Be sure that the rearward mounting screw boss is fully flush in the notch in the door panel, and that the forward mounting screw boss is also properly positioned in the slotted mounting point. Insert and tighten the forward mounting screw. Install the two trim gaskets. Use the non-marring pry tool to pull the inner door handle release tab outward and install the outer pull handle by inserting the forward mount and then turning the handle upward to lock the forward mount. Insert the pull handle rear mounting stud into the slot in the inner handle pull tab. Install the 8mm securing nut. Insert the lock cylinder and trim cover. Install the securing screw. Use a piece of tape to secure the screw to the Allen tool. This will prevent accidentally dropping the screw into the door. Install the two screw access cover pieces. Mount the cable mounting clip and then the ball clip to the stud. Reposition the vapor barrier and press firmly into the adhesive. If the vapor barrier is damaged or ripped, it should be replaced. The vapor barriers and the adhesive are available from bavauto.com. Connect the airbag harness plug and install the airbag. Before installing the door trim panel, we're going to replace any of the clips that were broken. Slide the broken clips from the mounting brackets and install the new clips. The panel is now ready for installation. Remember the center securing clip. This must be aligned properly in order for the panel to install fully on the door. Install the lower illumination light assembly and wiring harness plug. Install the inner door pull illumination bulb and install the door pull cable. Insert the forward end of the plastic lock into the receiving area of the pull and then clip the rear of the lock down to lock into place. Place the panel into position down over the lock knob while aligning the upper edge spring clips. When the upper clips are aligned, give the top edge of the panel a few sharp blows, double check the positioning of the perimeter clips, and pop these into place. Install the 4 securing screws, then replace the trim strip and the airbag label. Pull the window switch wiring harness through the switch mounting hole. Assemble the 3 harness plugs to the switch console, being sure to properly secure the locking levers. Install the switch console into the panel. Well, that's it. This task should take about 2 hours the first time you do it. Okay, so that task was pretty easy. And remember, all of the parts and tools that we used are available in our online store at bavauto.com. Or you can call our advisors at 800-535-2002 for additional assistance or to place your order. You can also check out our blog site for additional tech articles for your BMW or Mini at blog.bavauto.com. Now, if you've liked this video, please hit your like button, send us some comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thanks for watching, and we're going to go off and create another DIY video for you.